What is up, everybody? This is my Legends of Tomorrow, Season 6, Episode 4, Bay of Squids review, and I hope you stick around to the end. If it's okay, I get it. You don't want to watch a 30-minute video, but thank you for just clicking on it. It helps out. If you're at this point right now, please subscribe. It would really help us out. We're on the road to 100 subscribers, and, I like this episode. I thought Legends this season is really going strong, man. Each episode this season has been like a 9 out of 10, 8 or 9 out of 10. It's been really fun and enjoyable season. But anyway, I'm starting to rant, so let's roll that intro. This episode starts off in Cuba, 1962, specifically October 16th, 1962. I don't know if that's an important date. I don't know that much about the 20th century, but because I haven't got there yet in like history. But the aliens crash landed there, or Kayla's pod crash lands there, and the Cuban soldiers in general find it. And then we have an alarm ringing, and I'm sorry I'm putting my hood up because I'm cold. We have Nate wandering throughout the hall, and he sees Zari with no makeup, and it reminds him of Zari 1.0, and Zari 2.0 is like, oh, I can change my hair if it makes you uncomfortable and everything. But then Zari looks down and she's like, hey, what's going on down there? And Nate has a Ralph boner. And Nate's like, it's perfectly normal. I just woke up. Which it is perfectly normal if you just wake up. But then we have Spooner working out in the morning. And when she's doing that, Berod, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, I don't think I am, but I'm sorry if I am, is passed out on the couch, and we see that Gideon made him some, what did Spooner call it, marijuana candy. So, yeah. And then we have Ava, who right now is the only one who went to go to talk to Mick. Ava goes to talk to Mick, obviously, and Mick tells Ava about what he learned, and he shows Ava a picture of that alien that they had in 1962. So Ava's all happy because Mick cleaned his act up, and there's this funny line. Ava, after hugging Mick, goes, "You smell good too," and everything. But then the rest of the legends come in, and they just talk about the plan. Well, Mick tells them about the plan, and he's using all these fancy words, and the legends make fun of him for it because he uses all these fancy words. But then Mick says Gideon already planted the course. They don't, and they're just flowing straight into Cuba, 1962. And I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm sorry for, but Spooner asks Zari, why didn't Mick go back in time an hour so everybody could change out of their pajamas? And Zari says that's not how things work here, and it's like a little joke about the show. So then the legends are on lookout for the ship or a truck. So Mick steals a truck using like his fire to distract it, and it was fun. This dude gets kicked out of the truck, and more reinforcements come, and looks like I forgot to crop that image. I'll leave the channel below, the ClipsVerse and the video. But anyway, did I really forget to crop up? Oh my god. But Spooner fights back, and Nate fights back, and this is important because the Steel Man and Zari's like, why is everybody shooting? But when they go to a location in the jungle, they open the crate, and you know what they find in the crate? Obviously you do, because you watched the episode, or maybe you didn't. But they find a nuke, because it's the Cuban Missile Crisis. I think that's what it's called. But the team talks, and they're like, nobody move. This could explode the whole island if one of us moves. We know it doesn't. But well, I don't have I just want to say, if you hear background noise like tapping, it's because it's raining outside. But they asked Mick if he cloaked the ship, and you can tell Mick obviously didn't. So then we go to Washington, D.C., 1962, and if you didn't know, JFK was president in 1962. John F. Kennedy, he got assassinated and everything in like 1967, or whatever it was, but JFK learns about the situation with the nuke in Cuba, and then we have the legends talking to Gideon on the ship, or more like Ava and Nate talking to Gideon on the ship. But Nate is like, thank you, yeah, I want to go talk to JFK, yeah, thank you. And Zari is gonna come along with Nate, and Zari's like, I didn't do my hair like this for nothing. Which it looks like it took a lot of effort, man. But Zari, Nate tells Zari what's going on real quick, and then Bayrod comes in, and Bayrod, they inform Bayrod on what's going on, and Bayrod says, yeah, you guys know, I'll just leave. But Ava's like, no, mister, you come with me. So then Ava and Bayrod go to where Mick is, and Mick is telling them about what they found out and where the alien is being held, because Spooner has one of their walkie-talkies. And Mick tells them the plan, and then Ava makes up a different plan. And I like Ava and Mick's banter and relationship this season. We don't have a lot of time for that in older seasons because Sara is always gone. But then Bayrod is going to come with Ava, and they're just going to walk through the front doors because they're going to have disguises, and everything's going to be great. But then they go to the front doors of the compound with their disguises, and they originally aren't being let in, but then Ava's like, hey, I'm a doctor. And these soldiers like, what type of doctor are you? And she says, I'm an extraterrestrial doctor. I don't know why I did that accent. I think I was trying to do the accent that she did, but yeah, and then they get let in. But then Nate and Zari talk in the White House outside of the Oval Office, and Zari will be Nate's secretary, and Nate meets JFK and this general. I forgot to pick up the general's name, but I would not be surprised if he was a real person. Nate then goes in and meets all of the important people I have in my notes. I think they're just important. There are other people from Harvard. Apparently JFK went to Harvard. I'm not looking that up. I'm just basing it off this episode. But I think Nate went to Harvard too. But then after that, they sit down, and JFK talks and gives them a photo of the Wave Rider. um, because Mick didn't cloak it. So, Nate, Nate's like, it's obviously fake. It's just made out of like cardboard and like metal. And, I don't know if he's convincing them, but, they get suspicious of Nate, and Nate distracts them with talking about Harvard football in like 1942. But then, we have Ava and Behrad walking into the aliens, like, they're gonna dissect him. And, they get their stuff on, and Behrad's like, hey, Ava, I don't do too good with blood. So, that's fine. I just want to say this was kind of clever on incorporating masks. It's better than what they did in Black Lightning early on the season. But, Ava cuts open, Kayla is named the alien, and she has silver blood. That's weird, man. But then, Behrad runs out, grabs this captain's hat, or grabs this soldier's hat. I don't know what it is, but, after that, Ava cuts the tube, the anesthesia, or, the stuff they put you under when they're doing surgery that makes you, like, laugh or something. But outside, after Behrad throws up, he puts on the hat because he thinks it looks nice, and he's walking away, but, then the soldier's like, hey, what are you doing here? This is restricted. And the soldier's like, oh, hey, because he thinks it's like, I don't know, an important person. Yeah, I don't know that much about the Cuban Missile Crisis. I'm so sorry. But then we have, the important people talking, getting coffee, and JFK gets a call saying that the, Soviet Union has a nuclear weapon, a missile. And JFK doesn't know if it's real or not. And, then Nate and JFK get shown a new photo of the Silver Man. And, the general in that room, with the mustache is trying to tell people that, there have been people with experiments like this, and Nate's just like, yeah, whatever. And, Nate, Zari comes up to Nate, and Nate's like, well, it's a good photo. But then Nate is like, look, it's obviously faked. There's, like, some camera angle going on. And, this general's like, no, you're wrong. This is an actual silver man. Fine for America. And Nate just is like, whatever. But, Nate tries to make another football analogy, but he's shut down. And, ultimately, JFK has to make the decision on what they're gonna do. So, he says, no, we're not gonna do the nukes. I spiked the ball, or whatever he says. And Zari's like, what's going on? Or no, JFK says, yes, let's do the nukes, or start them up. And it's like, no, that's not good. But then we have, all the doctors laughing because the anesthesia gas that makes you laugh. Oh, laughing gas, yeah. That they put you under when they do surgery. And Ava tells this doctor, like, I'm not even Cuban. I'm not even Russian. I'm an American spy. I'm not an American spy. I'm a clone from the future who traveled back here to save my girlfriend. And they laugh about it. Ah. But then, the general meets Behrad, and they talk because the general thinks that Behrad is the general's friend's brother. And, eventually, throughout this, the general gets one of, Behrad's candies and takes one. And Behrad's like, oh, that's gonna be a trip for you, buddy. But then, Ava steals the, body of the alien as Spooner and Mick deliver the nuke to the Soviet Union on accident because the Soviet Union caught them. And Mick and Spooner talk, and it's just a nice talk. I like Mick this season. I think this is his confirmed last, like, he's gonna be in every episode season, but he said he will be in some episodes of season 7, just not all of them. But then we have Kayla wakes up and is like, hey, what's going on? Ah, no, you can tell that by her stance and what's happening. But yeah, she fights Ava and takes Ava out. But before she can kill Ava or whatever, Mick saves her. So yeah, Mick. Sorry. The general and Bayrod talk, and Bayrod notices that the general has a guitar, and Bayrod asks if he can play the guitar. So the general's like, if you don't, I'll kill you. I'll make you kill somebody. And it's like, ah. And Bayrod plays this amazing song, and it plays over these events that we see happen. I'm sorry, I'm trying to multitask real quick. I should not put my phone down. He sees the it plays over the U.S. typing the order, and it plays over them loading up the nuke into where the nuke is supposed to go. And the general is like, oh my god, that was beautiful. Oh my god. And he's like, this world is so fragile. Why do we have to destroy it? Cancel all nukes and everything, which makes a great point, man. But then the alien comes in. Kayla comes in, and the general declares this as an act of war because he believes that the alien was sent by the U.S. government. So the general is like, release the nuke to Washington D.C. and stuff. But when he says that, things just go to crap, man. The general is freaking out, but as this happens, the general gets a call from the person that Bayrod is supposed to be. So as this happens, Bayrod is on comms with Ava, and Bayrod is telling Ava what happened, and how the Soviets got a nuke. And Ava is like, how did the Soviets get a nuke? And Mick is like, well, you told us not to shoot. We couldn't shoot anybody. And yeah, that right there, you told us we couldn't shoot anybody. And it was just funny, man. They have dramatic scenes like this, but they're funny, and it really helps the movie. But and people in the Oval Office are talking. JFK gets another phone call, or no, he calls his wife Jackie and tells them to get the kids and her out of town. So Nate, Zari, and everybody talk to the U.S. general, or the commander. I don't know what his name is, I'm sorry, but the commander is like, no, we gotta go down and fight, we gotta send our nukes there. It's gonna end in war. We need, and Nate's just arguing back, and he's typing something out. So Zari suggests that she could help, and Nate says that Zari types 150 words per minute. So they get ready for Zari to type, and JFK talks as Zari types down what he says, or they think she types down what he says. She's going too fast for them to notice, but JFK gives a good speech, you could call it, or what he wants to tell them, and it was good, man. It was hopeful, but yet also, like, if we die for the country or whatever. But then this dude makes a sexist remark to Zari, and back in Cuba we have this guy, the general's still talking on the phone to who they think Behrad is, and Behrad gets exposed for not being Behrad gets exposed for being Behrad, and he runs away. And because of this, the general thinks that Behrad was an American spy, and this pulls the final string, and the general says, "Okay, we're gonna nuke the Washington D.C." And Ava learns about this. She's like, "Oh, too much. Come on, let's go. We gotta go." And she just talks to Mick, and I'm really loving Ava and Mick's dynamic. I'm gonna be honest, but I kind of miss Sara this episode. We have Spooner and Mick talking, and as they talk, they walk through and they see something. When they are walking through, they see the alien. He is standing by the nuke, or Kayla standing by the nuke, and Kayla, we later learn through, yeah, I'm sorry for background noise. I think someone's lawn mowing, or like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, but Spooner can sense that Kayla wants to hitch a ride on that rocket to go home. So Mick's like, "Hey, you're not gonna hitch a ride on that. That's a nuke, not a rocket." But then Kayla grabs Mick around the neck with her tentacles, and is choking Mick. And Spooner's like, "Hey, no." Mick is like, "Hey, I have a spaceship. You wanna go home? I'll take you home, but you gotta do one thing for me. Help me find my friend." I don't think they ever said the name, because I'm interested to see when they say the name, because I think that Kayla would recognize that name. But anyway, back at the Oval Office, they're having some trouble, and the commander pulls a gun on Zari and Nate, and it's just a big thing, and he's like, "No, you can't disable that." Zari typed a message that said that the Marines or the Army could have a 3-day weekend, so they don't like that, and they pulled a gun on it, and the Navy has another one that is nuclear. If you pull it, it's nuclear, but then they get a message saying that a nuke has gone off, and JFK sees that, and he's like, "Okay, we're prepared to die," or whatever, and the gun is still on Zari. Ultimately, the general decides to shoot someone, and he shoots Nate. And then Nate reveals himself as Steel, and yeah, this was cool, and JFK's wondering what's going on. Nate explains himself, and he's like, "I'm working for the good guys. I'm not part of the Soviet Union." And yeah. So then the commander kind of takes Zari as like a hostage. It's called the nuclear football. So of course they the JFK side and the commander are planning a game plan to get the nuclear football, and this was it was unexpected, and it was really cool and nice, man. It was I had no idea this was gonna happen, man. But it's Legends. What do you expect? But they play a game of nuclear football where they have to go get the nuclear football, and which side wins, whichever side wins, gets nukes to explode, and does not get nukes to explode. And Zari helps him out a bit, but ultimately, this was really funny. 1 second. JFK, when he goes to grab the nuclear football, he goes, we hear a crack, and he goes, "Oh, my back!" And I laughed out loud, I'm gonna be honest. But ultimately, Nate gets the nuclear football, and then Nate talks to JFK about. But Nate tells JFK again that it's better to have no, like the football game in 1942, 0-0. That's the best for this situation. And JFK isn't gonna launch a nuke back, so they all prepare to die by the nuke. But the commander yells and says he's not going out without a fight. So he grabs his gun and he runs out. But then we see Nate and Zari are holding hands. Now I think this is just a thing between them, but I don't think this is gonna compromise and make like a love triangle between Nate, Zari, and Constantine, because I wouldn't like that personally. But then we have the nuke going for Washington D.C. and we see it's just stupid and faulty, man. It doesn't even explode. It just crushed the general. It like went straight for the general. It was funny. But then they see that they survived and they celebrate, and they're all like, "Yes!" Like, why wouldn't you be? You survived a nuke. The nuke didn't even go off. But yeah, we have Ava drinking, and Gideon says there's a ton of radiation entering the ship. Whoa, entering the ship now, and we have the alien, Mick, and Spooner carrying plutonium, or there's only 2 cases of it, but Mick kicks Spooner out of the Wave Rider and grabs her plutonium that she was carrying and walks in. And walks into the main place of the Wave Rider and talks to Ava, and he apologizes to Ava, and Ava apologizes to him, and again, I really love their dynamic this season. I think it's amazing, and without Sara, we have relationships with characters that can grow more without Sara. Like, we know Sarah's coming back soon, but I don't know, I'm really excited to see what's going forward. But we have Kayla doing something to the ship and fixing it, or fueling it with the plutonium, and Ava and Mick. Mick tells Ava that he's going alone to find Sara. So then, out in the jungle, Nate and Zari portal in, and they see that the Wave Rider isn't there. But then Nate and Zari talk after Zari puts her hair down like, "Oh gee, Zari." And by the end of the episode, this conflict is resolved, and Nate says that Zari just reminds him of you, Zari 2.0. But then Bayrod and Ava find them, and they have a big group talk, and Spooner finds them soon after, and they don't know what's going on. They're like, "Where are we gonna stay? Why Mick took the Wave Rider but didn't grab any of us? Why?" And it like just all comes to a, and Ava is like, "Well, Mick's going to find Sara. We can stay somewhere else." And they come to the ultimate conclusion that they'll stay with John. But then Zari's like, he'll hate that, which it looks like they'll have to do it though. But yeah, back on the ship, though, back on the ship, we have Kayla and trying to talk to Mick, and Mick lays down his ground rules. He's like, no doing this, get your ugly tentacles off of me, and blah, blah, blah. But then Kayla pulls out a ring. It's an object just like Gary had with his glasses that turned them human. And Kayla puts on the ring, and she becomes, drumroll please, human, just like Gary. And I don't know if we've seen this lady before. I felt like I recognized her from a previous episode, but I'm unsure about that. But she grabs Mick's beer, and she's like, do you have anything stronger than this? And chugs Mick's beer, and she's like, that will do. But then she's like, buckle up, and Mick is impressed by the human version of Kayla. Well, anyway, I'm sorry about all the weird cuts and anything, but anyway, this is my Legends of Tomorrow. That was my Legends of Tomorrow Season 6, Episode 4 review. I'm sorry that was so long. You probably didn't get here, but if you got here, please comment. Arkham Asylum. I don't know. But I don't have much to say. I really enjoyed this episode. I think you can tell. If you would be so kind to go down in the description and follow all our socials, it would be very appreciated. But I don't have anything to say. Goodbye, stay safe, and goodbye.